In a small village nestled among the rolling hills and verdant forests, there lived an elderly monk named Hanzo, revered for his wisdom and serenity. Hanzo spent his days in quiet contemplation, tending to the temple garden, his hands gently caring for each plant and flower, as if they were precious jewels. One day, a young boy named Kenji, curious and bright-eyed, approached the temple, drawn by tales of the wise monk and his peaceful demeanor. Kenji, who had always felt a deep yearning for understanding the mysteries of life, sought guidance and enlightenment from the old monk. Hanzo welcomed Kenji with a warm, gentle smile, sensing the sincere quest for knowledge burning in the boy's heart. As they sat under the ancient cherry blossom tree, Hanzo began to impart his wisdom, telling Kenji that the path to enlightenment was like the flowing river, ever-changing, yet constant. He spoke of the importance of mindfulness, of being present in each moment, and of observing the world with compassion and detachment. Kenji listened intently, his mind absorbing every word, his heart resonating with the profound simplicity of Hanzo's teachings. Hanzo then proposed a journey to the boy, a journey not of miles, but of inner discovery, a journey that would test his spirit and shape his understanding. Kenji, with a mix of excitement and apprehension, agreed to embark on this spiritual quest, eager to unravel the mysteries that lay within and all around him. The next morning, as the first light of dawn painted the sky in hues of gold and crimson, Hanzo led Kenji to a nearby river, its waters glistening under the rising sun. They sat by the riverbank, the sound of flowing water filling the air with a soothing melody, as Hanzo began to speak of life's impermanence. He explained how the river, always moving and changing, was a perfect metaphor for life, constantly flowing from one moment to the next, never the same. Hanzo encouraged Kenji to observe the water closely, to see how it effortlessly adapts to every rock and curve, teaching the importance of flexibility and acceptance. Kenji watched as leaves fell onto the water's surface, floating for a moment before being carried away, illustrating the transient nature of existence. The monk spoke of how clinging to things or moments only leads to suffering, as all is temporary, like the water's flow, here one moment and gone the next. He urged Kenji to practice letting go, to allow life to flow naturally, without resistance or attachment, just like the river before them. As they sat in silence, Kenji felt a profound sense of peace wash over him, an understanding of the harmony that comes from embracing change and impermanence. Hanzo smiled, noticing the shift in the boy, knowing that the first seeds of wisdom were taking root in his young heart. As the sun climbed higher in the sky, they rose from the riverbank, Kenji feeling a newfound sense of clarity and purpose, ready for the next lesson on their journey. The following day, Hanzo guided Kenji to a towering mountain that stood majestically at the village's edge, its peak lost amidst the clouds. As they began their ascent, Hanzo explained that climbing the mountain symbolized the inner journey towards self-realization and enlightenment. With each step, the path became steeper and more challenging, mirroring the difficulties one often faces on the spiritual path. Hanzo advised Kenji to focus on each step, to be fully present in the effort, and to find strength in the struggle, just as the mountain endures the elements. Kenji, feeling the weight of his body and the burn in his muscles, started to understand the metaphor of the mountain, the beauty and reward of perseverance. Halfway up, they reached a plateau where they rested, looking out over the vast landscape that stretched below them, a visual representation of perspective and insight gained from rising above worldly concerns. Hanzo pointed out that the higher they climbed, the more they could see, and similarly, the more one ascends in understanding, the broader their perspective on life becomes. The monk shared stories of ancient sages who sought solitude in the mountains, finding enlightenment amidst the silence and majesty of nature. As they resumed their climb, Kenji felt a sense of liberation, realizing that every challenge was an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Reaching the summit at sunset, Kenji stood in awe, the breathtaking view a powerful reminder of the beauty and vastness of the world, and the small yet significant place one occupies within it. The next part of their journey led Kenji and Hanzo into a dense forest, where the light of the sun barely penetrated the thick canopy of leaves overhead. Hanzo called this place the Forest of Illusions, a labyrinth where one could easily lose their way, both physically and spiritually. He explained that the forest represented the mind, filled with thoughts, fears, and illusions that often cloud judgment and perception. As they walked, Hanzo taught Kenji the art of mindfulness, instructing him to be aware of each step, each breath, and the sounds of the forest, to remain grounded in the present. Kenji noticed how the forest seemed to change as they moved through it, realizing that it was not the forest changing, but his perception of it. Hanzo spoke of the illusions that bind people, like anger, greed, and ignorance, and how they obstruct the path to true wisdom and freedom. In the heart of the forest, they encountered a clearing, where the sunlight streamed through, illuminating the area with a serene glow, symbolizing clarity amidst confusion. Here, Hanzo encouraged Kenji to meditate, to quiet his mind and look within, to confront and see through the illusions that hindered his path. As Kenji meditated, he experienced moments of struggle and frustration, but gradually found a sense of inner peace and understanding, a calmness that transcended the chaos of thought. Emerging from the forest as the day waned, Kenji felt a profound shift within himself, a deeper connection with his true nature, unobscured by the illusions that once clouded his vision. As their journey neared its end, Hanzo and Kenji began their return to the village, the path familiar yet seen now through eyes transformed by wisdom and experience. Hanzo reminded Kenji that while their physical journey was concluding, the spiritual journey never truly ends, each day offering new lessons and opportunities for growth. Along the way, they revisited the river, now a symbol of Kenji's understanding of life's fluidity and the beauty of living in the present. As they passed by the mountain, Kenji reflected on his ascent, recognizing the strength and insight he had gained from facing and overcoming challenges. Walking through the village, the people noticed a change in Kenji, a sense of calm and depth in his gaze, as if he had uncovered some profound secret. Hanzo, with a knowing smile, told Kenji that the greatest wisdom lies in applying what one has learned to everyday life, in kindness, compassion, and mindful living. They reached the temple, where their journey had begun, and Kenji felt a surge of gratitude for the old monk and the transformative experiences he had encountered. That evening, under the starry sky, Kenji sat in contemplation, realizing that the journey had not changed the world around him, but had changed how he saw and interacted with the world. Hanzo imparted one final lesson, that enlightenment is not a destination, but a continuous journey of understanding oneself and the universe. Kenji, now a seeker on the path of wisdom, looked forward to each day as a new chapter in his endless journey of spiritual discovery, forever grateful for the lessons learned and the journey shared with the wise monk, Hanzo.